Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Wednesday attended Ascent 2026 at the Meghalaya Administrative Training Institute, MATI, a seminar focused on strengthening the ecosystem for aspirants preparing for the UPSC and other competitive examinations. As part of the program, the Chief Minister distributed CM-inspired cheques worth Rs 50,000 each to 7 candidates who successfully cleared the UPSC Civil Services Preliminary Examination. Emphasizing the importance of sustained support for young aspirants, the Chief Minister said Meghalaya had no shortage of talent, but what was required was the right ecosystem of guidance, training, mentorship and financial support to help young people realize their potential. He said the CM Inspire initiative was aimed at creating such an ecosystem and supporting aspirants in their journey towards serving the state and the nation. The Chief Minister also inaugurated the Digital Learning Lab at MATI and interacted with students, aspirants, teachers and parents. Encouraging the young aspirants, he urged them to set clear goals, remain resilient in the face of challenges and, most importantly, never give up without trying. He further said, the state government's vision was to see Meghalaya's youth excel not only in the civil services but across diverse fields, including innovation, entrepreneurship, sports, and nation building. The program underscored the government's focus on creating greater opportunities and institutional support for the state's young talent to pursue excellence and contribute to Meghalaya's development.
Great. So what is...
Thomas Sumer, and Diana Karbithai.
That the kind of results and the number of individuals who could have passed the UPSC and other national competitive exams could have been much higher for the state of Meghalaya. Simply because we have the kind of talent that is required. There is no dearth of talent. But as correctly mentioned by every speaker before me, the problem most likely lies in providing that ecosystem, in bringing the stakeholders together, creating the correct environment, guiding our students and the aspirants in the correct way, and helping them to be able to achieve that goal at a personal level and also the goal for us as a state. That they are converting this vision now into actionable plan and steps that we can move forward with. And obviously we realize that once we do that, we need to back it up with the full support and resources to be able to make that goal happen, to be able to move forward. And means, why are we sitting here today? That's just, I just wanted to share what happens in our small discussions and rooms that we are in, and we talk about these things. And the most important part, I'll tell you, when we do those kind of things, is to then let the team work. Minimum interference. And that's why you will not see me much out here, trust me. I believe that you set the goal and the vision. You put the team and you allow the team to work. That is how things happen. Otherwise, nothing will happen. For me, I always tell this to everybody, and I'm a person who studies strategy a lot. Not that I'm an expert in it, but I like to listen to it and understand from it. Is that for me, when I look at governance, it is an ongoing game. There is no end to governance, which is what we call infinite games. So in game theory, we talk of, finite games and infinite games. Governance is infinite. You just go on, it goes on, governance goes on. There'll be one government today, there'll be tomorrow another government, thereafter there'll be another government, or the same government continues, whatever, but the process continues. And for us as citizens and governments and leaders and officers, we need to understand that we are looking at the next 20 years, 30 years down the line. Elections are finite games. We fight in the election. There's a winner, there's a loser. But governance, once you form it, you work with that vision and see that journey and look at it for the state and say, well, I'm going to be there. The state is going to reach there in 20 years from now. And people will laugh. But we see the end and we see how the things are going to move forward. In fact, that's not the end also. That's just one stop again. And then we keep moving forward from there. This process of thinking of how a government should work is what we have been trying to instill in the last 8 years. That things move on. Things move on. You give it your shot. You give it your best. Sometimes it's meant for you, sometimes it's not. And ask this question in your heart. Is that why do I want to be an IAS officer? Have you ever asked that question to yourself? Or is it just because some friend told you that let's go and give the crack the exam, let's anything, and you're just driven by that? Well, if that is an issue, then I think you need to do a bit more soul searching. And I'll tell you why. Because hopefully you will clear that exam. And then you will be starting your life and your career not knowing what you want to do. And that's when you will get astray.